One and all, welcome back to Illustrated by DeForrest, and I'm going to be talking so much mess about your excuses that you'll be rushing to the nearest sketch pad to prove me wrong on socials. My name is DeForrest, and I will be your host. For today's time lapse, we'll be concluding the art process for my original work, Lenée and Lalina. They're characters I made before every year was guaranteed to have a 2 in it, so I'm sure my long-time experience and enjoyment in illustration should let you know it's not as scary as you think. You can find this and my other original works at lifeforever3.com. So, back to all of you who say, "What? No, I can't draw, you kidding about that?" First off, for those with legit physical or mental limitations, this message isn't towards you, and I send my strength and goodwill no matter your condition. But for everyone else who's just being too bashful for their own good, it's time to get out of your own way, smash your comfort zone, and finally pick up that pencil. When I was writing this script, I was just coming off a morning of giving art demos to my daughter's school for career day, and I gave them a simplified and definitely less sarcastic version of what I'm about to tell you. I asked them this specific question: how many of you think you cannot draw? And of course, hands went up because they're just being honest, but I'd argue they just haven't gotten the kind of encouragement and guidance like I gave them before. At the same time, I told them that's way too many hands, no matter how many went up. Let me give you 2 big reasons why people say they can't draw. Number 1, they stop too early. Did you know it takes time to get good at stuff? I know, unfair, right? As much as I talk about how long I've been at this, I, like everyone else, had a starting point. And no, it doesn't have to take years to be a quote-unquote good artist in your mind. That's why you have guys like me explaining the techniques it takes to get a head start as a beginner. Anyone watching this show could possibly do in months what it took me years to accomplish. It's all about dedication and practice. And that's where so many stop putting the work in. Peeps getting impatient after 15 minutes. Just grabbing a sheet of paper and trying to keep your hands steady as possible to create an outline of a character without making a real sketch first. You gotta dial in not just with the drawing part, but even more with the learning part. You even listening to me right now shows that you're on the right track, just because you saw a tutorial. It takes professionals hours to draw a great picture, and we spend years to keep honing our craft. But don't worry about that right now. You just gotta start. Draw something, rip the sheet out of your sketch pad if you need to, and keep trying. After going through that frustrating cliche on day 1, did you wake up another day and try again? If you feel like you failed with your first sketches, I'm here to tell you didn't. You gave yourself the chance to fail forward at the very least. Are you too scared to start because you fear failing? Then I got some cruel irony on the group plan for you. If you fear failure, you fear progress just as much. If you're gonna have the gall to ask, what if I'm not good enough? You better also ask, what if I miss out on this great opportunity? I hope you got great answers for both. No matter what, you miss 100% of the drawings you don't draw. Reason number 2. People think they have to be all kinds of artists. Y'all need to chill out with doom-scrolling Pixiv and DeviantArt. It's nice to figure out where to go by seeing where you want to be, but thinking you need to understand color theory and character anatomy and every single app under the sun from the get-go is mentally overwhelming and completely unrealistic. Yeah, you see your favorite anime characters and all that great fan art. I'm going to tell you why I also told those kids. You only need a mechanical pencil, a mechanical eraser, and a small drawing pad, not even 4 inches tall to get started. You need your fundamentals while you're too busy trying to be experts right off the bat. Start with sketching. Like I said before, low pressure and high yield. Check out previous episodes for more specific drawing techniques and subscribe to this channel for future ones. Also, you gotta remember there's different types of artists in the world, many different types of professions. If you look at comics and look at the credits, you'll see 3 or 4 artists all working on the same panel. You'll see one that's a sketch artist. You'll see one that's an inker. You'll see one that's a flat color specialist and one that's a texture artist. Now I'll tell you, I was once where you're at. I wanted to do all 4 of those things and be the greatest of all time. I'm almost there, I think. But I have strengths with textures and weaknesses with inking, and I'm sure other artists will tell you their pros and cons as well. If you're new to this, don't worry about all that. Just draw. I've been doing this for 25 years. I don't know exactly what I wanted to do right off the bat. There are things I told myself I was never going to do. Like, I was afraid of color at first. I definitely wasn't thinking I was only going to stay a monochrome artist when I first picked up the pencil. I didn't even make any real decisions back then. I just said, hey, here's this fun thing that I'm doing since my grades were bad at the time and the TV kept getting taken away from me and I needed to occupy my time. I'm sorry, am I getting a little too real here? The point is, I found something that I like to do over and over, and start with sketching. I told the kids I consider my sketches to be low detail blueprints since I do most of my magic in apps like Krita and Photoshop these days. And now, especially if you're a beginner, you get to have that privilege of choice of where you'd like your sketches to go. Do you scan them into the computer next? Do you paint over them? Do you keep going with the pencil and keep adding details? Or even just stop at the sketch phase? Your sketch can be your artwork itself. It's perfectly fine. Your rough drafts can be masterpieces on their own. Hey, guess what? I got a bonus reason for you. And since it's me you're talking to, number 3, people think innate talent or nothing at all. Now, of course, if you were 8 feet tall, the NBA will come calling. but you're also forgetting that Muggsy exists. Get out of the idea that you need to be born with the skills. It doesn't matter who your mama or daddy are. No one else in my immediate fam does what I do, but they only will by doing what I did. Learn. Stop thinking you can only do one thing and not the other. I wear many hats: illustrator, graphic designer, video editor, author, IT technician. And that's not even including the best ones like father and husband. You can find a balance with who you are, who you like to be, and the time it takes. Like I said, I started this as a method to deal with boredom, and then there were times where I looked up from my sketchbook and said, the TV's off right now. I reached back for my pencil instead of the remote. Here's a treat for you. This is the very first drawing of Street Pedal Black from 2001. Would you believe to this day I have no idea whether I drew this or start writing the story first? Now, go to streetpedalblack.com and see how my boy has grown. I didn't have these ideas or these skills in childhood, and it wasn't until I looked at time lapses just like you are right now, viewing the masters, that I got the digital art talent you see today. It's earned, not given. I'll break off an honorable mention before you head out to get your art supplies. Don't buy into the art career myth. There's money in art. There's jobs in art. You need hustle and business skills in art. Focus on solving problems and that bank will come. Go ahead, ask me how I know how. Also no, AI doesn't make it useless to learn how to draw. I'll base an entire episode on that real soon. For now, this episode concludes the art process for Lenée and Lalina, and I thank everyone for making it through this artwork. This is part 4 of the series, and you can check out the first 3 on our channel. Also, check out last month's episode where I give a full tutorial on how to sketch an eye. You can still get this worksheet by visiting the shop at lifeever3.com. You can use the code I4 to get a discount for a limited time. Please give us a subscribe if you like what you're watching. New episodes drop on the 3rd of every month. Move the media. Peace. I hope you got great answers for both. Oh God, jeez.